don't want to abandon them.
Do you and Shonda know how this could all end, though this would all go out, if it's going to go out?
Yeah, we definitely talk about, yes, for sure. Shonda is the queen, and we do have to run big decisions by her, for sure.
Oh, you are definitely not coming back to Seattle.
Could there be a future at Grey's Anatomy without Meredith?
That's not for me to decide. It's not my show in that way. That would be someone else's decision entirely.
Whether there will be a season 19 with Ellen remains to be seen, but devoted fans have been devouring the return of the OG cast members.
You gave me permission to go.
It started last season with Patrick Dempsey and continues this Thursday with Kate Walsh.
I'm Dr. Addison Montgomery.
What can you tell us about Addison's return to the orbit?
We are doing a surgery together. So Addison Montgomery is presented with a super challenging surgery, and she needs some help.
Get me Meredith Grey.
Kate and I had a great time working together. The original cast, we have such an intense bond because we went through something so intense together.
Scott's back too, Scott Speedman.
Scott Speedman is back. Love him.
Still not sleeping with you.
That's possibly the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And Meredith is flirting around with Nick. Is he viable, though? I mean, is he really viable for Meredith?
What? Yeah. What are you talking about? He's such a hottie.
Okay.
That cast bond transcends into her new podcast, Tell Me with Ellen Pompeo, available wherever you get your podcasts.
You start to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly.
We've all come through it with a tremendous amount of forgiveness and love for each other.
You did have Patrick on, of course, Patrick Dempsey. Do you plan on having anybody else from Grey's?
Yeah, well, I do. I definitely, I had Eric Dane yesterday. We had a fun conversation. You know, Eric and I are very close. We hang out all the time. Kate Walsh lives in Australia now, so the timing's been a little challenging. But yeah, I always, I love my Grey's family, and there'll always be people from Grey's on the podcast for sure.
How do you determine, I am going to say this, I'm not going to say this on the podcast?
Well, I definitely have an edit button, and I've already gotten into some trouble. I realize how powerful my voice has the potential to be, and I do feel a responsibility to give back in some way. I've chosen this as one of them. I'm terrified, to be honest, when I speak. I'm always afraid that I'm going to say something that someone might be able to take a piece out of context and plaster it somewhere and make me sound like someone who I'm not.
Yeah.
And I can't really control that. If you hear the conversations and if you spend any time looking at anything I put out, I generally try to be super positive and lead with love all the time.